What's going on, Jeromes? So you know that I enjoy Mike Florio, right? So PFT back in the day was a great source for NFL news, still is. And Florio, even though he grew up in coal country, diehard Vikings fan, and I give him a lot of latitude where in his writing. Yeah, very much he's writing like fan fiction of a self-loathing Vikings fan, which I can certainly relate with. He's a little bit older. He's certainly been through a lot, and I understand it. I understand the whole thing. Also, like hot takes, getting clicks and all that stuff. It is the name of the game. But of course, Florio, a Vikings fan, him and PA go way back like chiropractic. That's not a thermos. But Florio had a scorchingly horrifically bad take this week. I mean, shocker. Like cut and paste on repeat. But so going back to the Twins playoff game against the Toronto Blue Jays, right? Wild card game is fantastic. Kirk Cousins, man of the people, sitting down in the 100 section as opposed to getting a private suite, all that stuff, taking Julie and the family, the star of the Netflix documentary Quarterback, amongst the people, taking in a ball game, teaching his kids the finer points of the game, trying to explain what the infield fly rule is, which I still don't understand. And I played baseball for a long time. Doesn't matter. But it was great, right? And it's weird? So Vikings fans generally get mad at the dumbest things, like the smallest thing, especially when it comes to Kirk Cousins. Like people already have their mind made up about Kirk, and whatever he does, he can't do any right. They just find anything to grab a brick and hit him with it. But I feel like, so consider me a weather vane. Like I tell you which way the wind is blown. I take the temperature of the fan base rectally. I didn't get a sense that that any Vikings fans were mad at this. Like the general tone on social media is that, hey, this is super cool. Kirk's a real dude. Kirk's a real one for this. Kirk's a great family man, even though we already knew that and all that stuff, right? So I felt like, outside of like trolling, which I'm a big fan of, I felt like there wasn't any pushback on this from Vikings fans. But for whatever reason, like Florio took major issue with this. So in a post about Mahomes, Kirk Cousins crossing paths for the first time ever, because this is also the Chiefs' first time at U.S. Bank Stadium, and also 4 years ago when the Vikings played down in Arrowhead, Mahomes is hurt, and freaking Matt Moore. How can Vikings not be backup quarterbacks? But in a sort of whatever post, Florio went in on Kirk Cousins. It was so weird. So this from PFT. And here's where I mention what will be, for many, an unpopular take. Shocker. Has there ever stopped me? Blah, blah, blah. With Cousins having an ultimate measuring stick game only 5 days away, he spent Tuesday afternoon at a baseball game. Yes, Tuesday is a day off for most NFL players. Yes, Cousins made it clear during the quarterback series that he defiantly refused to work on Tuesdays when the Vikings are operating on a Sunday to Sunday schedule. Well, all right, so yes, in the NFL, if you're playing on Sunday, you have Tuesdays off. That's when a lot of players go around, make charity appearances. That's when a lot of them spend time with their families, since weekends are sort of kiboshed for them. But I mean, it's not a big deal. It really isn't. Where I know that the fans will be like, "Oh, he should be studying his playbook on Tuesdays." Oh, no, blah, 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 blah. But it's not the case. I mean, most guys, yeah, they'll get physical work done, whether massage or if they need some PT work. And we saw Kirk do that in the documentary. But that's so stupid. But Florio continues. That's fine. That's his prerogative. Oh, that's ooh. Like Florida's not even from Minnesota, but that's the Minnesota passive aggressive. Oh, it's fine. Do what you want to do. But let's not be surprised by the fact that Mahomes is currently the best quarterback in football and Kirk Cousins is not. Weird. Again, it's such a well, Kirk Cousins isn't Patrick Mahomes, so he must be bad. Even though Kirk is firmly a top 7-8 quarterback, especially this season. From a tangible perspective, Mahomes has the ability to improvise when the play called goes sideways, consistently making chicken salad out of chicken caca. All right, so Kirk, we've used this analogy before. Kirk is like a musician who needs sheet music. Mahomes is a jazz musician. Right? So, I don't know what this has to do with him taking his family to a baseball game on Tuesday, his day off. From an intangible perspective, Mahomes takes full advantage of the time he has between games to get ready for the next opponent. The great ones do. Based on what? Like, what evidence do you have? Like, what do you have full evidence? I mean, it wasn't in the documentary. Like, what do you have that Patrick Mahomes is grinding consistently on Tuesdays, on days off? Like, you're telling me Mahomes never went to a Royals game, which he's part owner, by the way? You're telling me that Mahomes doesn't just kick it with the family on Tuesdays? That's exactly what you're saying? It's so stupid. That's ultimately the question that everyone and anyone in every and any profession and professional endeavor featuring any degree of competition, and they all do, must ask themselves. Do you want to be great? Do you? If so, what are you willing to do to be great? What are you willing to sacrifice to be great? Are you willing to work every single day to be great because others who aspire to be great are doing exactly that? More specifically, are you willing to pass on going to a baseball game 5 days before facing Patrick Mahomes in a game that will result in your team either being 1-4 or 2-3? My God. That is a lot of like fan fiction bloviating. It's just, again, it goes back to the Vikings fans where Kirk Kirk only does wrong and he can do no right. They're just grabbing any brick possible to hit him with it. Like, what evidence do you have that, hey, oh, no, hold on. So his entire premise is that Mahomes can make plays off script, which has been his bag ever since Texas Tech. Well, Kirk Cousins going to a baseball game means that he can't make plays off schedule. I mean, I don't even know what you even say to that. Like, this feels like something that should be on like one of those aggregator blogs, not the preeminent professional football blog out there. This is just ridiculous. Like, this is malicious and this is complete garbage. And again, we like pointing out national media jabroni haircut malfeasance because that's how the casual fan and the non-Vikings fan take in information. Because the casual fan from like Paducah, who's a Bengals fan, will be reading this on his phone and be like, he's right. Kirk Cousins should be grinding on Tuesday, the day off for everyone who plays on Sundays. Right, he should be doing that. Where, again, I don't know how you can turn a family man, a husband and a father, on his day off, which, again, every single player who plays on Sundays has, and takes his family to a baseball game, which is as American as apple frickin' pie. I don't know how you can turn that into a negative. But, again, the media just shocks you every single time. It's so stupid. Also, hey, he doesn't even have the game plan on Tuesday. That's the game plan day for coaches. That's when Kevin O'Connell, Wes Phillips, and company, and Brian Flores. That's when they get no sleep. That's when they sleep in the office. That's when they assemble what they're going to do for the Chiefs. So what's Kirk supposed to do? Like, he should be doing like footwork stuff. Okay, it's just moronic, and it's just. All right, so what if Kirk was doing a charity event that day? What if Kirk was at Children's Hospital? What if Kirk was working at the food shelf? Like, would this be the take? Would be like, how is Kirk helping the needy on a day when he should be studying his play? It's so stupid. It's just absolutely asinine and just stupid. And at a certain point, you wonder if this is just trolling. I mean, maybe at a certain level, sure. I mean, I feel like I would do something like this for attention and clicks if I want to go down that route, but no. Again, I give Florio latitude. Being a Vikings fan for a long time, I don't know, maybe it does affect your mental stability, but this ain't it. This ain't it, man. This ain't it. But your thoughts are thoughts. Mike Florio is big time mad at Kirk Cousins taking his family to a baseball game. Okay. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.